Hi everyone, just a quick vid for DBC locksmiths because I thought I'd better start picking something if I'm going to try and do Bill's challenge lock, which no doubt coming from him is either going to be impossible or worse. So picked up this leg lock recently and I thought, well, just for anybody new to it, just to explain, when you actually put a little bit of tension on the bolt on this one, you will find that there's only one lever normally out of the pack that's actually touching and causing the actual bolt to stop moving back. Until you move that one a little bit, then you'll find it's another one, and then another one, and so it goes on. So if you just go through the pack 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, gradually you should hopefully feel this bolt going back in increments, only very slight ones, but it will actually jerk back just a little bit. Might take some time. It might be on some of these locks you've got to put a little bit more tension on until they start moving, then relax it again. But as I say, they will go a little bit at a time, and to be honest, it is quite good practice running through the levers anyway, because you get used to going onto the levers quickly and knowing which lever you're on, which does help a lot. But a little bit of tension on, make sure it's running free, which it is. Just little movements, just a little bit at a time, and go through, no movement at all. Go through a second time, and just a tiny little bit on lever 5, and then a smidge on lever 1 and 2, a bit more on number 1. So couldn't feel 2, 3, 4 or 5 move last time, yet they must have moved enough for lever 1 to be binding again slightly. And there's a little bit on 3. 4 definitely has got, all of a sudden got very tight. So number 1's, it's got movement but it's tight. Number 2 is just slipped into anti-pick because it was freer and it's just gone solid. 3 solid. 4 got a little bit of movement, so is 5. 1, 2, both 1 and 2 are tight. It often happens you get more than one lever feel like it's binding up at the time, but if you make sure to not put too much pressure on and just push down gently on the pick, you will usually find which feels the tightest and also which is trying to throw the actual body back around the opposite way. And the one that's giving the most feedback is usually the one that needs lifting next. And I'm going to go for number 1. There, that's just popped out of whatever anti-pick it was in. Just let off the tension a little bit, lift a little bit harder, but try not to lift too hard because otherwise you'll jump too far. Right, just carry on back through the pack again. 1, 2 solid, 3, 4 and 5. You probably won't be able to hear a little bit of a rattle on each one, but everyone's got a slight bit of movement on except for number 2. So wire under number 2, once again relax the tension a little bit, extra pressure on the wire, just gradually push it up, and there we go, lock's opened. And so they don't always go as quick as that. These are fairly low lift levers, so it doesn't take very long. The higher lift levers obviously take a lot longer to get through, but hope it might help somebody. Cheers.